Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. It is sea turtle season, and with me is Amber Kuehn, and she is, of course, with Sea Turtle Patrol. So it's always an exciting time of the year when we get our first nest, and it's May, and we're all really excited for sea turtle season. So we do have our first nest. Tell us about that.
So the first nest was laid on May 9th, and we have 13 nests as of this morning. So it was kind of a slow start to the season, you know, and in the past it's been usually in that first week of May, but we had to wait to the second week. And what's also really different here is that the sea turtles started nesting in the northern beaches of the state and then got to us last. And usually we're the ones that are vying for nest number one in the state.
Right.
You know, between Hilton Head and Kiowa and Defusky, we should be seeing something, but it went the other way.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Do you have any idea why that might be? No.
No, you know, whenever things happen like that, it's out of the ordinary. You look to the weather. Maybe it could be the La Nina.
Yeah.
You know, year. Maybe something to do with that. Currents, temperatures. Who knows?
I don't. They just wanted to visit the north this year, I guess.
I
So let's talk a little bit about what to expect for the season. Obviously, what challenges you face, you know, all those kinds of things.
It's Groundhog Day. It's the same challenges every year with a different crew of people in Hilton Head every week starting on Saturday. We do our best to educate them for the beach rules. You know, we have rules on the beach that have to do with sea turtle habitat conservation, and it has to do with the beach. Filling in holes. There's actually an ordinance about holes on Hilton Head.
Right.
Personal property left behind that causes obstacles to nesting. Lights in buildings on the beachfront, but also flashlights. That's just a suggestion. You use a red light so that you don't fall into a hole. But with the red light flashlights, the hatchlings don't follow that particular wavelength. So when we have the hatching season, which won't be until July, that'll become very important.
Right. And talk to us a little bit about your day, what a day looks like when you go out in the morning and what you're looking for and how you evaluate the nest when you do find one.
So this is my 26th season, and my day is more about writing grants and keeping everyone on schedule and trained, and I find that, but for the 20 people that are on Sea Turtle Patrol, 3 will go north in a Tacoma and 3 will go, north in a John Deere Gator, and 3 will go south in a Tacoma. So all of them are looking for the tracks of the 400-pound reptile that nested the night before.
Right.
It should be obvious. Sometimes with weather, rain, wind, it can be hard to see, but the lifeguards sometimes help us out with that, and many of the residents that know what to look for.
Yeah.
And then we mark the nest so that it doesn't get disturbed. That's really important that, you know, people who don't know what they're looking at has a sign there. Don't disturb, because if you do, that interrupts the incubation, and then we have a bad nest.
Right. And we don't want that because we're trying to protect these guys.
Right.
And so what do we think we're predicting for this season?
So we know based on DNA that we take out of every nest who is expected back. Because the sea turtles don't nest every year, they do a 2-year break generally.
Okay.
We know that the population that nests this year in 2024 is the same one that nested in 2021. And it was a lower year. So 281 back in 2021, we're hoping for at least 300.
Okay.
But, you know, it might be a little less. We'll see.
Well, and that really definitely is lower, because I think the last couple of years we've
close to 400.
Right. So that's very interesting. And as you mentioned, we need to fill in our holes. We need to do all of those kinds of things. And if somebody does see a nest, because they might, if somebody comes upon you and you're or one of your volunteers and you're counting eggs, or you're really they might think, oh, I can just do that. That's no
federal law, endangered species, permit required, but we'll usually give a little turtle talk to anyone that's interested on the beach. So they get a lot of information just by walking up on us.
Yeah. And that would be, what a great find that would be for somebody. I think that would be very exciting. Yeah.
And anyone that wants to learn more, SeaTurtlePatrolHHI.org, and we got a new website, and it's got all of the information on it.
Excellent. Well, Amber, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing how this season shapes up.
Very exciting.
And thanks to everyone else on the show today for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share a part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.